Is the Hag convention in town?
Dude, you need to calm your cattiness down.
Ooh, bacon.
Greetings, Stacy Morsels. It's Reverse BLT here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching Season 1, Episode 5 of She-Hulk, which is entitled Mean, Green, and Straight Poured Into These Jeans. And, yeah, I think I'm going to go to horny jail in this episode.
Nope, stop talking, go to jail.
Last episode was all about Jen helping Wong sue a reckless sort of like dropout from Kamartaj's school for the mystical arts, who decided to start recklessly using what little magic he actually knew, and real magic that is, in his performances as a stage magician. And ended up sending a delightful woman named Madison with a Y and two N's, but the Y isn't where you think. He ended up sending her to some hell dimension, and she ended up making pacts with some sort of demonic creature and all this other stuff. But the ultimate thing, the best thing for me that came out of that episode is that she ended up creating this just lovely, weird relationship with Wong that I live for it. I'm starting to ship them because they were just so funny together. I really hope she shows up later. My ultimate dream is to have some crazy wedding scene at some point in the MCU with Wong and Madison. And I kind of actually weirdly also hope that she becomes a practitioner of the mystic arts just because it would be hilarious. She was a lot of fun. The episode was really funny. I liked how they sent up showmanship and how like the guy and his hype men and everything were all just like really dedicated to like putting on a performance no matter where they were. We got a fun little action sequence where She-Hulk and Wong had to fight off a bunch of little demons that the guy summoned accidentally. I still don't know where exactly Wong sent them. He opened a portal to some place that looked very cold. And I'm scared that he basically just created a portal to like, I don't know, like North Dakota or something, and there's just a bunch of random people out there who are just gonna have to deal with demons now. I'm still thoroughly enjoying this series. It is goofy and doesn't take itself too seriously, and still manages to also have some pretty good social commentary on women's issues in modern society, all while entertaining me. So yeah, I don't have much bad to say about this. As one commenter has said though, if there's one thing to really that is like the true detractor from the show, aside from some wonky CG, which I'm not going to hold too much against it, is that their understanding of legal stuff is not the best. But I pretty much let that slide because I feel like this is not really meant to be a serious look at the law profession. It's meant to be just a comedy a la sort of Ally McBeal, except if Ally McBeal could transform into a Hulk. That's pretty much it. Where we left Jen at the end of the last episode, she found out that Titania, the woman who she had to beat up at the end of the first episode, who was trying to flee traffic court apparently, has gone ahead and filed for a trademark on the name She-Hulk. So Jen is now getting sued for using the name that people gave her as her superhero moniker. I am assuming that this episode is just going to be all about that. I don't really know the title, which is entitled Mean, Green, and Straight Poured Into These Jeans.
Dementia.
Maybe there's just going to be a bunch of stuff about her, because we did also get her paralegal talking about how she's going to have to pretty much embrace the public image of She-Hulk at some point and get out ahead of it. We also even got that from Blonsky, who told her the same thing in episode 3. It's like they're going to report on you no matter what. You're going to be a star basically no matter what. Best to basically get out there and try to do it on your terms rather than letting other people create your narrative for you. So maybe that's what that refers to, is her starting to really consider the image of She-Hulk and how to kind of mold that to her satisfaction. Oh yeah, and of course also, speaking of images and everything, last episode was also about dating. And basically covered, I think, the idea of being true to yourself when you're trying to seek companionship. the image you put out there will attract people because of that image. And if it's not who you are, you're just going to attract a bunch of people who are interested in being with someone who isn't you. And then when they finally do meet the real you, and of course in this case we got a literal example of that, where Jen made a profile as She-Hulk, attracted a guy, and then when he saw her as just Jen, he completely bailed on her. And that's what's going to happen. You may not attract as many people as you like with your true self, but anyone you do attract with your true self is there for you. So that should be your ultimate goal. So don't go making up something fake just to stave off loneliness. Far worse to be lonely with somebody than lonely by yourself, Anyway, soapbox moment over early in the episode. Let's just go ahead and find out how Jen deals with this this crazy trademark dispute.
Strength is beauty. Beauty is strength. What makes you beautiful? She-Hulk by Titania.
That's hilarious.
Own who you are. She-Hulk by Titania.
Own who you are. How dare she? Hey, is she wearing purple tights?
I own who I am. She-Hulk by Titania.
She did that deliberately to fuck with her. Love the little twitch that Tatiana put into her performance there.
It's got your name, She-Hulk, right here on the label.
This is someone else. This woman, Titania, has trademarked my name.
Well, that's dumb. Why would you let her do that?
I didn't let her, Chet.
Yeah, you did. You didn't file a trademark. You absolutely let her do it.
Jen, the way trademark works is whoever gets there first gets it, So if you would have done yours first, then she wouldn't have been able to done that,
He is right. He is right, Jen.
She-Hulk by Titania.
Oh my god, the goofy shit they do with the logos too in the show are great.
Snake venom lip plumper. She's literally selling snake oil. Beauty serum. Beauty oil. Beauty tonic. How are these not all exactly the same thing? Are you kidding me? They're completely different.
I don't get it either, Jen.
Sorry, little child, but the line starts way back there.
How dare you?
Did you take a photo of us?
Oh my god, yes. Back up a little bit, just give me some space.
You're taking the photo?
You're actually doing it?
That is it. I can't believe she just stole my name like that. This is egregious.
I can't believe she actually took the photo.
Just a thing that happened to me.
That is a really good perspective to have.
I do admit, though, there are parts of it that I enjoy.
Okay, you're not done.
Like the amazing hair, no hangover, being able to walk home at night with headphones on without being afraid.
Every woman's drink.
No,
It's not
your
like I'm a
normal hair is so
different
much
person
better
who
than
needs
this.
a different name.
Okay.
I love that head of curly hair she's got.
Iron Man 3s are coming out and they're limited to one pair per customer.
Why do you need 2 pairs?
One to rock and one to stock.
He's a sneakerhead.
I do have some pretty rare limited editions that I got from my drip broker.
Through your, excuse me.
Drip brokers. Wow.
This is a boba cafe.
Alonzo says that it's a front for a superhero clothing business.
Love the name. Cafe Boba.
It's a pun.
Hey, how you doing, man? My boy Alonzo.
I love how we're treating this
Okay,
clothing
what's the
business
order?
the same
No,
way as like the power brokers
No, my
business,
boy,
where there's like a whole bunch of
Alonzo.
code and secret locations and stuff.
Drip broker.
You a fed?
For the superhero stuff.
This is a boba cafe.
我们不是警察.
What is that, Chinese? I'm not Chinese.
I said we're not cops. And I said it in Chinese. I feel so much shame. He's mad. I offended him.
Okay.
Did you just teleport?
America shoe, Thor hammer, Avengers t-shirt.
It's just knockoff merch.
Avengers.
You don't like Avengers?
Knockoff Chinese merch. Oh, you guys look so stupid. It's great.
No.
Just no.
I wanted to talk to you about making clothing for my client.
Do you have a referral?
They're wearing it. They're wearing the referral.
Titania referred me.
I saw you shrug. Rejected.
He saw. He saw you shrug.
Actually, my client is an Avenger.
She's one of the top tier ones, sir.
15-minute consultation. My assistant will set up the appointment. I can still see you.
Yeah, I was about to say. Oh my god.
Is everything all right, sir?
No.
Those pistachios or peanuts? I should be a journalist. I ask the hard-hitting questions.
GLK&H made She-Hulk the face of our superhuman law division. And now we find ourselves in the middle of a frivolous lawsuit. No one hires a firm that can't handle its own messes.
Unless you're Donald Trump.
Allegedly! Did Doctor Strange have to trademark his name? Did Thor?
You chose
Yes.
2 examples of people who use their real names.
Oh yeah, that's true. How do you think about that?
You obviously spend a lot of time thinking about what you're gonna wear. Why don't you help Walters with her look?
I'm actually already on top of that. I got you a consultation with the guy.
Nikki definitely does look like she spends some time thinking about what she wears. She looks damn good, like, all the time. I know. I gotta keep the thirst to a minimum, guys, but it's kind of hard sometimes.
Oh my.
The MCU has way too many attractive women in it.
The defendant is exploiting goodwill towards my client and her better-known cousin in order to sell her non-FDA approved sham products.
Can't you object to the characterization of her products as a sham, Mr. Attorney over there?
Jennifer Walters was not interested in the She-Hulk name until it became associated with this incredibly successful line of products.
I will not answer to that name. You know why? Because it's not my name. My name never has been and never will be She-Hulk.
Well, they have a good rebuttal.
Whether I like it or not, I am forever She-Hulk.
My client clearly stated that she is She-Hulk.
Well, this is just one instance. Can you prove a pattern of Miss Walters' personal use of the name?
Yes, Your Honor, we definitely have more to present.
You'd better, otherwise I'm inclined to side with the defendant. We'll recess until Thursday.
That doesn't sound right. Obligatory, not a lawyer, but it seems to me that if it was already established in connection with her, even if she wasn't directly using it herself, that it would preclude someone else from using it. And yet her assistant is stylish AF, like, all the time.
Is the Hag convention in town?
Dude, you need to calm your cattiness down, all right?
Jennifer Walters.
Never heard of you. My client list is very exclusive because my work is impeccable.
Well, like I told you before, She-Hulk is gonna be one of the Avengers.
You said she was one.
It hasn't been announced yet because they're still working at the deal and stuff, but basically she's an Avenger.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to put in the thirsty clip because her assistant is making me quite thirsty right now. She looks damn good in that outfit.
Why am I thirsty? You need built-in weaponry, waterproofing, fire resistance.
Oh, no, I don't actually need a suit like that. I just need a business suit.
Everything I make stands up to the highest combat standards. I don't make basic shit.
Oh my god, he's Emma Vogue!
Try again.
I mean, come on, have you ever done a Hulk before? This is huge. This is huge.
Tinsley, order extra bolts of the stretch wool. We're going to need a lot of fabric.
Why do you have to be so mean?
He's
No,
funny.
in fashion, it's cool to be mean.
You say fashion is supposed to be mean?
Creepy, disgusting, monstrous. Hi, Todd, right?
She-Hulk? I didn't know you worked here.
Yeah. Are
You didn't know she worked here?
you a client or?
I am. I'm one of the biggest. Just
Yeah,
had a meeting with my favorite lady lawyer.
No touching.
Should, yeah, we should reconnect soon.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great.
Yeah, drinks on me.
Okay.
He's at the top of my suspect list at the moment for who was trying to acquire some of her blood.
You went on a date with She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Because I made a dating profile as She-Hulk and went on several dates as She-Hulk, showing
job.
a clear pattern of using the name. Every single one of those dates is a corroborating witness. This is how I win this case.
By parading all the questionable men that you dated in front of a courtroom. Oh, Jen, that's gonna be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Theatrics of this show. Gotta love it.
The About Me section, my client wrote, and I quote, "Mean, green, and straight poured into these jeans." And to answer the question, what are you looking for in a partner? My client wrote, "A sturdy back and reinforced king-size bed." JK, JK.
Man, you were really thirsty when you wrote that profile, weren't you, Jen?
pot kettle.
She confided in me that she was initially embarrassed by the name She-Hulk. But then she embraced it. You know, that's a beautiful part. I guess, I don't know, I'm the kind of guy a woman can really open up to.
So you would say you really connected with She-Hulk?
She-Hulk and I.
Yeah, he connected with her
had
all
an
right.
intense connection.
Would you have gone on the date if She-Hulk had instead presented as Jennifer Walters?
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but no. She's not really my type. But She-Hulk, She-Hulk's incredible. She's amazing.
That's sad. This episode made me sad.
Titania and her subsidiaries will cease usage of the She-Hulk name effective immediately.
This isn't over, hater.
Hey, Titania.
What?
I'm so sorry that happened to you. What you getting into later?
Fine, you can buy me things. Let's go.
You can buy me things. Let's go. Wow. Superhero groupies, man.
You can do better. You deserve better.
Damn straight.
Can I buy you a drink to say thanks?
Sure.
Making friends.
So happy we're doing this. Cheers.
She really is tiny.
Everything that She-Hulk brings to the table, and those guys were my best option.
You can have literal superpowers, and some guy with an internet connection will still think he can do better.
Oh my god. Have you guys seen all the weirdos on Twitter who like call incredibly beautiful women mid?
So happy
Or
we're friends now.
threes and stuff like that?
Did I just say that out loud?
You're drunk, Jen.
for the
You're an
drink.
incredible lightweight when you are not in She-Hulk 4. Which makes sense, because you are literally this big.
Here to get my suits.
Are they all purple?
Ooh, I like it.
Of course you do, because I'm a genius. Oh. I made you a little something extra.
Is this going to be the, I want at some point to have the fighting suit. I seem to remember it being like white and
Tinsley,
or
does client
silver
confidentiality mean nothing to
maybe
you?
black. Hey, Double D. Fun episode. I feel like they went a little further with trying to prove that the trademark was, you know, shouldn't have been used by someone else because she was already using it than they really needed to. But again, not a lawyer, so I can't really say for sure if I'm right on that. But I think just the fact that it was established as having been used for a while by her in public, even if other people gave her the name, I'm pretty sure would have precluded someone else from essentially, you know, squatting on her trademark, you know? But, you know, I know we've got some folks watching who are more familiar with the law than I am. So feel free to weigh in on that. Like, what would be the trademark law relevant here? Does she really need to go as far as bringing in a bunch of people she went on shitty dates with in order to win this case? I'm still enjoying the show. I think it's hilarious that we now have our, I called it Edna mode. We now have an Edna mode, basically, for the MCU. I hope that guy shows back up for other heroes. I mean, as they hinted at there at the end with us seeing a new helmet for Daredevil, it looks like they're going with this yellow look from the comics again, with the black Double D. So I guess we can just safely assume that he really is sort of the clothier to the superhero world. It's an interesting, I like how like each of these episodes kind of examines some of the stuff that we don't really think about the day-to-day life of professionals, and especially professional women. Because there is so much that goes into how you present yourself, you know, like, and like so much of the way people will treat you changes based on how you present yourself. And her being sort of like, you know, frumpy looking or always wearing the same outfit, not being particularly well tailored, will affect the way people respond to her, even in a professional setting that has, you know, that's all about her mind and her ability to reason the law and everything. People will still be making judgments based on what they see that can affect how they respond to her in the courtroom even. You know, so very interesting to kind of have a fun little episode dealing with that. I really enjoyed also seeing our little support characters. What's his name? Slick. What do you call this? Nick. Yeah, Nick and her paralegal, whose name's escaping my mind right now, though she herself is not.
You're a thirsty one. Oh.
A very, very good-looking woman. It was fun going on a little side quest with them to, you know, see how they deal with things. Yeah, you know, the more we get into it, the more the show really does actually remind me of Ally McBeal, because it had the same thing where she had like some friends who worked with her in a law firm, if I remember correctly anyway. I wasn't a regular Ally McBeal watcher, but I watched enough episodes that I'm pretty sure I'm right about this, that she had a couple friends who would regularly kind of go out and sort of help her with her cases by like just running down leads or witnesses or trying to find some random angle that she could use to win her cases. And I think one of them was her paralegal too. So they literally, I think, as much as I initially was reminded of Boston Legal by this, I really think they actually are going more for an Ally McBeal with superpowers kind of vibe, which makes sense actually when you think about it. I wonder how Titania will come back to make more trouble for Jen, because if I remember correctly, she in the comics she actually was one of her, you know, villains, you know, one of her antagonists, and they fought on many occasions. So, so I'm wondering if they're basically giving us her villain origin story, but it's like through this corporate world of like her trying to be an influencer and make money off of her name, off of She-Hulk's name and all this other stuff, and just being so upset that she got thwarted. And it's all going to be just like, I want money, and that's going to lead me into a life of crime against you because you're keeping me from making a ton of money, kind of thing. I do like the advice that that Jen's new friend at the law firm gave her at the end there. Just, you know, remember that she deserves better, because, you know, I think people, male and female, a lot of the mistakes we make in dating in terms of like ending up with people who are not good for us are just down to, you know, us feeling insecure and being so unwilling to be alone that we settle. We settle, and I'm not talking about settling in terms like a lot of people will think when they're, especially when they're younger, where they think, oh, you know, I'm a 9 and this person's a 4 or whatever. I'm not talking about stupid shit like that. What I mean is finding someone you know is not right for you in terms of their beliefs, their values, their morals and ethics, how they approach life, but saying, you know, I have to compromise on these things so that I don't end up alone. No, you don't. You just have to be honest about who you are and what matters to you. And if you are honest like that, you will, what you'll do is you'll weed out the people who can't, who don't match with who you really are. And yeah, it may take longer, you may spend more time alone, but trust me, when it comes to relationships, quantity is not nearly as important as quality. It's better to have, like, you know, a handful of really good relationships in your life than to have a constant parade of disappointment. Anyway, second soapbox moment over. We'll put that away. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode. And yeah, especially if you guys know something about the law. I'm always just curious to hear a perspective about that aspect of it, and what you thought of, like, you know, the comedy elements and everything. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me on this. I am still very much enjoying this show, and I can't wait to see what goofy shenanigans happen in the next episode. As always, do your best to stay safe and be well, and I will see you for the next one. Don't Hulk out. Bye-bye.
What's in the box?